thinking about this topic because it's almost been a year since Juniper was born, and I was kind of thinking about my own body and my body, how it is now postpartum. And as I was thinking about it, what really stood out to me was that not just that my body isn't back to where it was before Juniper was born, but actually my whole philosophy, whole mindset on my body has completely changed since Juniper has been born, since I have become a mom. Here's the thing, even though my body is not where it was before I had Juniper, that doesn't mean I love it any less. I'm an advocate for a healthy lifestyle and just being your healthiest self and getting outside and getting active and exercising and all of that stuff. That doesn't mean that I have to look a certain way. From when Juniper was born, I am so much stronger, I am healthier, I can do so much more than where I was at when I was 3 months pregnant. But physically I don't look the same, and that is okay. But what is not okay is the pressure that society, and particularly Western society, puts on women after having a baby, and that pressure to like bounce back and to lose the baby weight and to just like look exactly how you looked before you had a child. And for some people that comes super easy, and that's great, and if that's what you want, you can strive for that if that's really important to you. But it's just the pressure aspect I think is totally wrong. And it doesn't just apply to women who have had babies. I think it applies to all women to look a certain way. There's these high standards of what is considered beautiful that I think is absolutely ridiculous. And honestly, it is not just women, it's men too. It's just all people that have these standards that what should be considered beautiful. And I think it's time we change it. Like, what if instead of worrying so much about how we looked, we instead focused inward on how we're feeling? Like, are we feeling healthy? Are we feeling strong? Are we feeling energized? Are we feeling happy? And like doing things in our lives so that we are building up these positive feelings instead of focusing so much on how we look on the outside. And I honestly feel like if we focus on inward and making ourselves feel better inside, then maybe that would project outwards and it would just all work out in the end. For me, this has become extremely important because I am raising a daughter, and like I said, these standards don't just apply to girls, but I do think that girls do tend to have extra pressure on them and their appearance. And I have the absolute goal that I do not want Juniper growing up counting calories, watching what she eats, skipping meals and going hungry, trying to fit into smaller clothes, or just always worrying about how she looks on the outside. I want to teach her as her mom, and I know Corbin wants to as her father as well, but we want her to grow up eating healthy foods and learning how to take care of her body and going outside and playing and being so grateful and excited about all the things that she can do physically, like run and dance, and who knows, maybe she'll play some sports or maybe she won't, or just the ability to do all the things that she can do with her body. And I feel like it is our job. If you have a role or an influence in a child's life, you have the opportunity to make sure that they are not focusing so much on outside, but rather inside and how they're feeling. And to stop measuring their worth by how they look, and to realize that they are so much more than that. In order for me to make this possible for Juniper, that means that I have a responsibility. I have a responsibility to love my own body, to vocalize how I'm proud of it, to not talk about things I'm not going to eat, or to not talk about the number on the scale, to not talk about the clothes I'm wearing, but instead to focus on other things. Talk about, wow, this healthy food looks so good, or man, this water tastes so great. To lead by example. If I can't love my own body and take care of my own body, then how can I expect Juniper to do that? with hers as she grows up. Basically, it's my opinion that it is an opportunity. If you have an influence on a child, whether you're a mother, whether you're a friend of a mother, a grandmother, a grandpa, a cousin, an aunt, an uncle, you have the opportunity to share with them the gift of what it means to love your own body. If we can't accept, celebrate, and love our own bodies, then how can we expect that of our children as they grow up? So yeah, so that's why I love my postpartum body, how it is. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna strive to be healthier, continue to exercise. It just means that I am proud of my body and I love it no matter how it is. And I hope that you do as well. And if you have any thoughts or things you'd like to add, I think we could make a wonderful discussion on this topic. It's something that I know other people talk about, but it's not talked about enough. And there's still so much that needs to be done and so much that needs to be changed. So if you have anything to add to the conversation, please make sure you do by leaving a comment down below. And it'd be so awesome if you could subscribe to my channel because I'm putting up new videos every week, and I'll see you next week.